They tried to take my daughter, but my uncle's farm became their downfall. They say inheritance is measured in bank accounts, but I learned the truth. Real inheritance is the strength to hold on to your child when the world tries to tear her away. My name is Rex Sterling. A few months ago, my uncle Tobias passed away. He didn't leave behind gold, money, or property shares. What he left me was an old, broken-down farm at the edge of town. The roof was caving in, the barn half burned, the well dried up. Everyone told me, "Sell it, Rex. Take the money and give your daughter a normal life in the city." But there was something about that land. My uncle's sweat was still in the soil, and deep inside I felt there was a reason he left it to me. Beside me stood my greatest treasure, my daughter Luna. Small but brave. When we first stepped out of the car, the dry wind whistled through the grass. Luna gripped my hand. "Dad, can this really be our home?" "Yes, Luna," I whispered. "If we choose it to be." That first night we slept on the floor of the kitchen in old sleeping bags. The wind howled through the broken roof. Luna peeked out of her blanket and whispered, "Mom will hate this place." "I know," I said. But sometimes the right choice isn't the easy one. The next morning, digging through old drawers, I found a letter Tobias had left me. "Rex, this land is more than soil. Find what I hid. Don't rush. Remember, the most valuable thing is the one you must protect at all costs." Later, while cleaning the storage shed, Luna noticed a loose floorboard. Beneath it was a metal box. Inside, old tools, preserved food, and a weathered notebook. Tobias's handwriting filled the pages. Rainfall charts, planting cycles, notes on the soil. But deeper in the words changed. Water running low, well collapsing. North border, mark this. At the back was a sealed envelope. Inside were maps and legal documents proving water rights on the land. Scribbled in the margin, water is worth more than gold. Whoever controls it controls the future. That night, by flashlight, Luna and I followed the north fence line. We came to a dry creek bed. Luna tilted her head. "Dad, I can hear water." I couldn't hear a thing, but I learned to trust her heart more than my ears. 3 days later, Victoria showed up. Luna's mother, my ex-wife. Expensive coat, icy eyes. With her came 2 lawyers from the Ashford family, the wealthiest in town. "Rex," she said coldly, "Luna can't stay here. This place is unfit for a child. I've already contacted child services. Tomorrow we go to court." Luna clung to me. My chest burned, but I stood tall. "This may not look like much," I said, "but a home isn't measured in walls, it's measured in love." Court was brutal. Victoria's lawyers painted me as reckless. Neighbors testified the farm was worthless. When it was my turn, I held up the water rights documents. "Your Honor," I said, "this land sits on an artesian water vein. My uncle secured rights years ago. If I abandon this farm, those rights fall to corporations like the Ashfords. The community will lose its lifeline. If I fail here, I don't just lose my daughter, I lose the future of this town." The judge frowned, flipping through the papers. For the first time, Victoria's face cracked with surprise. The decision: Luna stays with her father, pending inspection. Luna hugged me in the hallway. "Dad, will the water really save us?" "Maybe, sweetheart, but first we have to find it." That's when Dr. Marlene Kramer arrived. She had once worked with Tobias. She studied the land and said, "He told me, if Rex comes, help him. Don't let him sell until he finds the well." Neighbors pitched in. Old tractors roared, shovels bit the earth. Luna carried buckets with gloves too big for her hands. At midnight, after hours of drilling, the ground shook, and a geyser of clear water burst upward. Cheers filled the night. Luna danced in the spray, shouting, "It's alive!" But where we smelled hope, the Ashfords smelled money. Soon after, the barn mysteriously caught fire. Flames roared, neighbors rushed with hoses. In the ashes, we found a gasoline can, with a barcode from the Ashford Security Company. The police called it unknown perpetrators. So I fortified the land, cameras, locks, trusted friends. The documents were placed in safe hands. Then the Ashfords sent representatives. Suits, ties, fake smiles. "Rex, you're overwhelmed. Sell the land. We'll buy it for a generous price. We'll relocate you and your daughter to the city. Comfort, security, isn't that what you want?" I looked them in the eyes. "You want the water." "We want what's best for the community," they lied. "No," I said, pointing to Luna in the yard. We want what's best for her. They didn't stop. One night, saboteurs destroyed the water pump. But this time, our cameras caught them. Evidence mounted. Ashford bribery, sabotage, fraud. With Dr. Kramer's help, we exposed everything in a town meeting. The people, once doubtful, now rallied behind us. The Ashfords had power, but we had truth. In court, the judge declared, water rights valid, custody remains with the father, mother may have supervised visits. For the first time, I saw fear, and maybe guilt, in Victoria's eyes. I only wanted Luna to have a good life, she whispered. So did I said. But a good life isn't the easy one. It's the one worth fighting for. Seasons passed. The farm bloomed again. Neighbors built a co-op. The well fed not just us, but the whole valley. The Ashfords collapsed under lawsuits. One evening, Luna rested her head on my lap as we watched the fields sway under the moonlight. Dad, she said softly, maybe Uncle Tobias planned this. Maybe he wanted us to be here. Maybe, I smiled. Sometimes an inheritance is a seed. All it takes is someone brave enough to plant it. And now I'll ask you. If you were in my place, what would you have done? Would you have sold the farm and walked away for an easier life? Or would you have stayed, fighting against powerful enemies, to protect your child and the legacy left behind? Tell me in the comments, and who knows, maybe the next story I share here will be yours.